Hi guys, good day to everybody from scenthound. Today here we are looking at Creed Aventus decant and its compatriots, let me say, because clones seem to be a bit of how to say, a bit of a shall we say derogatory term? Yeah, I guess you can say that sort of. Because when well the okay, when you look at these three, of course, Aventus by Creed, the decant that I have came in about year 2010, and this Mancera Cedrat Boys, which does not officially have a pineapple note, but we get the vibes, came in almost few months later in 2011, right? So unless they can predict its success and they can make a quick copy, I think it's a bit less likely that it is how to say that is, I don't say it's not inspired, but it can still be a coincidence, okay? And the pineappliness is there. Maybe it's just my psychology giving me that vibe, but definitely all of them have black currant. But my nose is not really picking it up so much. So, well, make of that what you will. Maybe you guys can pick that up better. All right. So now these three perfumes are, of course, there's the Mont Blanc Explorer as well. I think I had sampled it before. I don't know if I have the sample in my arsenal right now. That's another one with that pineapple vibe. That costs about, if I remember correctly, about $100. The Mont Blanc Explorer. But the lineup we have here in terms of price, of course, this we all know it can cost $300 to $400 for a full-on bottle. But the one I got here, I think is what, 15 mils, is it? Yes, 15 mils is about 50 something dollars I got it for. And this one ranges about 50 to 60 US dollars. I think it's a French version, which has a more longer dangling chain with the Armaf symbol in the middle. To me, the French or UAE, I think, I don't know lah, unless the most anal retentive person might argue over the two, but I think they are pretty much the same, at least to my amateur nose. Okay, so it's more worth it for you to compare CDNIM, Club de Nuit Intensement, with these other things, okay, rather than which French or UAE version that you have. And then we got this Mancera priced at about 100 something US dollars for 120 mil. Okay, so in terms of price, this guy here is the cheapest, most bang for your buck, with this being the mid tire and this of course being the creme de la creme. So if you want to talk cars, we can maybe say this is the Rolls Royce, the luxury, epitome of luxury. This can be a Mercedes or a BMW, and this can be your Japanese or Korean car, daily runabout, does the get the job done kind of stuff. Okay, so I think you can sort of see the analogy. In terms of officially described notes, this the Creed Aventus here, the so-called OG of pineapple, the popularizer of pineapple themed fragrances, launched in 2010 by Jean-Christophe Heroff, is that his name? And Edwin Creed did the mixing or blending of this. Their noses came up with this, and it's got a top of bergamot, apple, pineapple, blackcurrant, the mid of jasmine, rose, patchouli, and birch, and the base of vanilla, ambergris, oak moss, and musk. Okay, moving on to CDNIM, launched in 2015, about 5 years after the Creed Aventus, has a top of blackcurrant, apple, bergamot, pineapple, lemon, mid of rose, jasmine, and birch, and a base of vanilla, patchouli, ambergris, and musk. So the common ingredients, at least officially, between Creed Aventus and CDNIM is includes a blackcurrant in the top, vanilla at the base, among other things, and both of them also contain musk and ambergris. Okay, there is a reasonable amount of ingredient overlap between the two. Okay, if we go to this Mancera, most obviously in the official note description, the pineapple is not there. Okay, but we get a smell, so I don't know, they mix some inside, because they also have something called fruity notes in their meat note. Okay, so the pineapple might be hiding there. Okay, so smart move by Pierre Montal, who's the entrepreneur behind Mancera, as well as the nose for this, and it was launched in 2011, as I mentioned just now. It's supposedly unisex perfume, top of Sicilian lemon, black currant, spicy notes, and bergamot with a mid of water jasmine, patchouli, fruity notes, and a base of. It's got a relatively big base. Moss, white musk, sandalwood, leather, vanilla, and cedar. Okay, so there you go. All right, the notes and all that. So when you see Cedrat Boise, it has in common black currant at the top, vanilla at the base, and white musk at the base. So in these ways, it has some similarity to the other perfumes in this lineup. Okay. So which one should you get? Okay, which one should you get? This, okay, I've mentioned before, overhyped and overpriced, full stop. All right, this is not like a sent from heaven and you something so great that women or men will just totally faint out of pleasure the moment you spray it on. Okay, no. All right. Nada. Okay. But okay, this has a certain quality which I can describe as, because I've smelled many designer perfumes, the most obvious thing I see different here is that it lacks, or it does not have the alcoholiness or the pungency of opening that many designers have, because I think the amount of mixture with the carrier, when the carrier means the dilution they do with various alcohol or such solvents, right, in to mix the pure perfume with, right. So that's the reason I think in the opening you get that. Normally people say shake your hands, wriggle your wrist, and then take a smell. Don't immediately bring your nose to it, because otherwise you'll have like a, pungency in your nose for designers. But this the moment I take it in, boom, the opening notes hit you. There's no unnecessary dilution here. That's the quality right there, right? That's the quality right there. So yeah, I mean, that's in the opening, and then it dries down and all. It's got some moderate amount of projection and longevity, but I think Mancera can give it a run for its money in terms of projection and longevity as well. It's because it is decent strength, and Mancera's projection longevity can go 5-6 hours, and it's better than CDNIM's longevity and projection, at least on my first test that I did on that day, because I remember I put I think CDNIM I put in my wrist, and then I put this in my elbow, and then after many hours I got the elbow smell quite well, but this smell is sort of dissipated. Okay, but I will probably do a long-term test and sort of hope to get back to you guys about consistency of it, right, which is really, because sometimes the weather, all kind of things can affect what ultimately happens. So and of course, if any you guys have this combination or collection, you can also share your own personal experience with the projection, longevity, silage, and so on. Okay. When you talk about pineapple based perfumes, well, it's cool, they're cool, especially when there's a smokiness, which I suspect is from certain wood. Maybe the birch and what is giving that element of smokiness in it. So it is nice. Okay, that combination is nice, but not I'm not like dying for it or anything. For example, one of my favorite perfume is La Nuit de l'Homme by YSL. Okay, when I take that in, I'm like, ooh. So it's not that level of pleasure for me, but it's a good perfume. It's a good combination, pineapple plus wood, right? Pineapple woody, maybe we can call it. So I've already told you the price staircase on this, from the lowest to the highest price. I've told you about the longevity and projection. Okay. So this, I hope, helps you to sort of decide what you want, and I think it's relatively clear. It depends a lot on your budget. Are you a blue blood or a redneck, and so on. And sometimes even that is not a big deal, because if perfume is such a passion of yours, you might choose to get the best, although you might allocate more of your salary to the best because you love perfume so much, right? But to me, I don't think this has such a grand difference that it's worthy of such a price, and I give it quite low marks in my review of this single review, right, without compare of this, because I felt it's very very overpriced, and I wanted House of Creed to do something like maybe Eurotoilet version and a more intense or strong version which they can probably charge a higher price. So in this way they can corner the market of this combination which is very popular, and how to say, those who are into Creed can get it, right. Now that portion of the market is eaten up by our in apostrophe clones who sort of are taking that away from Creed, okay. But of course they also have the image to uphold as a luxury brand, so probably they might just be what they are, and these guys will be what they are, living in their own niches, and then giving us the spectrum of option that we have. Okay, here I think the smokiness is a bit strong, Club de Nuit Intense Men, compared to this where the smokiness is more managed and I think more pleasurable. Here I don't get much smokiness, I get more of like a gourmandi nutty kind of after smell after the pineapple wears off, right. That's what it's about. These are quite versatile smell. You can, I think you can rock it almost anywhere. But I think office wear it's a bit too, how to say, a bit too colorful, I would say, for office formal wear. Maybe semi formal evenings will be a lot more fun to wear this pineapple woody style, right. So that is more or less my views and impressions on this pineapple group, from the most famous to the other still popular ones, but more better priced ones, I would say. Although I did not include Mont Blanc Explorer in this, but I smelled it before. Well, nothing much to write home about. I think it's another flanker, but I'm less excited for Mont, because or else obviously I would have bought it. I was very excited by it. I'm much interested in this because Club de Nuit come in with hits you with a good price, and this hits you with a bit of creativity in the tuning of the notes. It's a bit different from what do you call it, Creed, but it's got the theme still going on, okay. And if you see some of the reviews or some of the trend analysis and all, this popularity is increasing. Most perfumes, you see the popularity over time will go down, dissipate, but this guy is really going up. I think people, this is what you call a classic cult following, we might say, right. Meaning that it's sort of being discovered by people. The huge marketing budget of brands like Dior, Chanel with their superstars and Johnny Depps and all that, of course the average Joe crowd will be buying those stuff, but slowly through YouTube and so on, people are starting to get into Mancera because you're getting that niche quality longevity with a very decent price. Maybe because they save on marketing and whatnot, they can give us a better product. We just hope that they don't get greedy and start doing Creed on us after becoming popular, right. So guys, which one I would recommend? I think you want a great balance, I think go for the Mancera. But if you don't like Mancera's note medley or note combination or blend, then you use your nose and you check out the smoky CDNIM, or of course if you get a chance the original one, which is more gourmand as I mentioned, and then go for what you really love, okay. But I think all in all, this would make a great middle way for anybody, right. It's a bit of a not so common brand. It's got a bit of the uniqueness, and price is moderate, you know, so it just sort of, if you ask me, ticks all the right boxes. So in this three-cornered fight battle, I declare Mancera Cedrat Boys Eau de Parfum as the winner. Yay, champion. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed my video. Give any suggestions and your thought in the comment section, and I'll see what I can incorporate or include. Otherwise, take care with much love from Scenthound. Bye bye.